Hi guys, my name's Seb Tudor, I'm the man on the Silver Mountain, and welcome back to Torment Tides of Numenera. Now, we want to leave this cave, because now we have just a whole load of things to hand in, but I have a feeling we're going to run into something big and miserable, and it's going to try and eat us. So we'll have to see how that goes. I mean, at least we're immortal. If we die, then we just get ourselves back up again, but
in an instant.
The hell is... Are they leaving? Is there something weird's going on? Do you want to come up this way and round, because I have a feeling that something bad's about to happen. Really? We can't just walk up there? I thought that was why it got... Fine, go your own way. Well, I'll wait. God damn it. Let's go and talk, because Asclarion is an arse clown, and Doran bars your path with a slight confident smile. Greetings again, Castoff. Whatever you did in that cave has caught the Changing God's attention. He knows you're here now, and he has asked me to destroy your mind. Do not resist. Suddenly, his pupils slide out of view, not up, but sideways, as abruptly as if they'd been slapped. Yes, he says in the same casual tone. Of course, it won't be long now. His pupil returns from the outside. His pupils return from the outside. Don't waste your time speaking to him. Take his mind. Won't be long until what? I wasn't talking to you, he says with mild reproach. Your father speaks to me. He has told me that he has need of your body, and I have learned over the years to trust what he says. It is time to return to your father's property, Castoff. This isn't what I was expecting. Changing God is trapped in my mind, though. How can he be speaking to you? In your mind, I don't... Did you think I would let myself be rendered helpless? I am never without power. He raises his hand to his head. He says... It seems he is in your mind, but maybe you've forgotten who we're talking about. The Changing God has been alive for centuries, maybe more. He would never let himself be trapped or rendered helpless. He is never powerless. I am proof of that. Doran is but one of my tools. You are never beyond my reach, Castoff. Okay. I'll give you one chance to get out the damn way. Let's give it all we've got. That didn't help, did it? Nope. Okay. See what we got here. I mean, I think we need to take this guy out first. What do we got? Who's who? Okay, so he's got the most health, and then the others are... Take him. Oh no, where's he going? See? Oh, you arse. So he's bleeding.
Just what I need.
Explosions? Dust? The fuck is going on? Okay, so apparently I can't use that. Oh. I can stab myself with that. That's my movement gone. And then Arse Clown over here is going to get it, I think.
I missed.
Or he's not, you know, there's that.
Restore myself.
deal with them.
None can stand before me.
Well, there's Doran gone. That's a good thing. And then you know, we'll move her. Oh, she can only move to there. We'll move her out this way a little bit. Okay. So you're shielding him, and he's going for Makina. No! God damn it. You're going to want to take him out with alacrity, please.
Heroic strike of heroic proportions.
So now he's bleeding, which is good. He's coming after me, though. Give up.
I'm faltering. I'm hurt.
Okay, so I need to...
I can't die.
I need to heal myself.
I can breathe again.
And then I'm going to move to there.
Alright.
So that anyone that comes to get me
Withdraw.
gets
Restore
stuck.
myself.
Right, so we want to hit those three. As much as possible.
None can stand before me.
Yeah. She's going to move a little back further this way. Onslaught, really? What's that?
Could someone stab some healing into me?
End him.
No one saw that, did they?
Or miss. There's that. So he's fairly badly hurt. Right, okay, well we're gonna want mental. Mental out of range, really? Okay. Well then we'll just take this guy out.
Try this out.
There you go, he's now
My
gone.
grasp on this reality
And now
weakens.
take that one. So apply some extra pressure
No
there.
match for me.
What does this do? Shell armor. Gives her armor. No, okay. We
My sisters lend their
can
strength.
put her out of phase as well, so at least she's got some, but she's of course going for me.
There we go.
Hey, who keeps making my eyes close?
Who keeps making my eyes close? Right, finish her off please, dude. Okay, maybe not quite. Please? Can I? That one? There you go. Yeah, let's go for that.
I'm barely hurting it.
And now Calestige can finish her off. Let's cancel that and then just end
I
there.
must withdraw
And
and
then
restore myself.
you wanna... Nope, I didn't want to attack. I wanted to do this and... There you go.
Hear my power.
Oh. Makina lying around on the job again. I mean, you leveled up. Everybody leveled up, so there's that, I guess. Right.
Fine.
So we've got weapon.
Yes. Now.
Sclarion had a fair amount of stuff.
All right.
What did Doran have? What's this? Oh, okay, so he essentially had a rifle on him. Didn't look like a rifle. Please? Loot? No? Okay, well, we'll loot this person first then. Now can we loot that one? No, I didn't want to talk to Calastige. I wanted to loot.
Ask your questions.
Didn't want to talk to Matt Keener either. Come on, game.
All right.
Let's come all the way over here. Let's go back and pick up the stuff. There we go. What's that? Gauntlet of Murder. Okay, well,
Let's go.
tough luck, buddy. You're stuck in my head, and I'm not letting you out. Oh. So we need to use the tongue cluster. But first off, leveling up time, because shit important. Maximum effort increase. Skills can we get? We could take more quick fingers. Could take deception. I feel like maybe if we take intimidation or persuasion, that might help us. But I don't know. I'm not sure which one to take this time. I think we'll take persuasion.
I've learned something new.
Right, let's take a look at the rest then. Let's increase your edge, your might edge.
Even more fantastic.
Even more fantastic, absolutely. Right. We'll give you some even more intellect
Yes,
edge,
I approve.
as much as you're currently drained. And then, should we give her more edge, or should we? What abilities does she have? What's this? So blinding, infuse weapon, improve her warp dash. Which is a good one, to be fair. Regain 50% of damage dealt if the target has any fettles. So you can combo those together. So
Fear me.
we'll take that.
Fear me more, I think.
Inventory wise though, we've got a lot of crap. Like heavy weapons, medium weapons. What was his axe? His axe is special, that's fine. Hers is a... she's got a shiny knife. Okay, we'll leave that for the moment. And so we need to find a way to reopen that more, which I think will have us fiddling with this tongue cluster. The bloom tongues make wet, unpleasant sounds as they writhe and squirm against each other. Touch the amulet. You grasp the crystalline artifact. At once, the voices of the bloom grow louder and louder still. They fill your consciousness, drowning out your thoughts, hissing and whispering and chittering and buzzing. They're coming from every direction, from above and below, from nearby and far away. Swaying on your feet, you nearly topple to the floor. Makina grabs hold of your arm to prevent you from falling. What's wrong with you? Her eyes are wide and confused. You shake your head, unable to respond, caught up in the torrent of maddening sound. Slowly the bloom voices resolve themselves into their constituent parts, but now they carry sense impressions with them. Hunger, curiosity, desire. Each burst of the bloom's voices evokes a new impression in your mind. For a moment you let go of the amulet and the sense impressions are gone. The voices are nothing but meaningless babble. Then you touch the amulet again and the sense impressions return. You realise that the magmatic amulet is a translator of sorts, though it limits the scope of its power uncertain. Okay, so Let's try to communicate with it. Why not? Let's try and speak back first and see what happens. Relaxing your mind, you allow the whispering of the bloom tongues to penetrate your thoughts. Memories rise into your consciousness. Trivial moments you thought you had forgotten. Just as you recognize them, they are swept away. The bloom tongues are sifting through your memories, looking for something. The voices dig deeper into your unconscious. What seemed harmless at first becomes irritating. A dull ache blossoms in the back of your head, spreading across your skull and down your spine. The pain comes in waves, as if the bloom is trying to wrench a memory out of your brain. Let's let it happen. It'll hurt, but there you go. Dimly, you are aware of the bloom's presence in your mind, pulling at the memory hidden deep in your unconscious. It is a stubborn tooth that refuses to be torn out. With a final gout of searing agony, your memory bursts into your conscious mind. You stand under a blazing purple sun that was never of the ninth world you know. Your body sits heavy on you, unfamiliar muscles rippling as you move, and move you must. As your boots lose their propulsive power, you must scramble at the sheer rock face for the extra boost, pulling yourself up with your battered hands, trying to reach the eye socket of a mountain-sized statue. You laugh madly, and you can feel your consciousness straining to leave this shell. You gain the safety of the carven eye. You look below to see your pursuers swarming up the cliff. You are defiling their holy ground, and they mean to make you pay in blood. Their lamprey mouths, their many arms, and the needle-capped suckers on their hands all suggest that they are capable of taking it. Except as they come, you hold your hands out above them and curl it into a fist. The air coalesces into an acid shower that rains down among them. Their screams are like an opera. The memory ends, slurped from your mind like sugary nectar. You remember witnessing it, yet the memory itself, the collection of sensory impressions that was actually experienced by the changing god, is gone, devoured by the bloom. The bloom tongues sag drunkenly against each other, as if the feast has made them languid and confused. Try to control them. Cool. You reach across the barrier that separates your consciousness from that of the tongues, a barrier now made permeable by the amulet. Tentatively, you begin to direct the motions of the tongues. It is a strange sensation, like having another set of limbs, but they respond to your impulses. Belatedly, the tongues try to resist, but with a bit of concentration, you quiet them like errant thoughts. These tongues, you realise, are a tiny locus of the bloom's consciousness. Their roots extend throughout the trade post, and now, so do your thoughts and commands. Move the trade post back to its original location. You close your eyes and relax your mind, probing the limits of your new senses. The roots of the bloom tongues run throughout the trade post, but they also extend some distance into the surrounding flesh. A few of them trail upward, tracing a path toward an open cavity in outer reaches of the bloom. Steeling yourself, you take hold of the tendrils, all the tendrils at once, urging them back along that path, clawing their way toward the surface and dragging the trade post after them. The ground buckles and churns under your feet, and the whole chamber begins to move. At last you open your eyes and the shaking subsides. The blocked archway is opening. You hear astonished voices inside. The energy spent, the bloom tongues recede into the ground.
In this world, then.
So in theory, we are now back where we can talk to Dracogen and whoever else that we need to talk to one extent or another. As you emerge from the train post, you hear sharp intakes of breath. Two merchants, a fat human and a sickly-looking Vargellan, are staring at you in amazement. The great jaw and the teeth, they're gone. The portly human beams at you. Was this your doing? If it was, you have our deepest thanks. Indeed, trade awaits us in the Ascension Place. We should go. Yes, yes, but it's still damned impressive, eh? I thought the Bloom was only answered to the Memavira. Where is she when we need help? Hiding in her fortress, that's where. Okay. You're welcome, friends. Bristler. Merchants. Okay, so it's popped back out here. That's fine. That's cool. Who are you? This lean and wiry man is wearing an assortment of odd-looking leathers and hides. Instead of feet, you notice that he has two hand-like appendages fashioned from metal and synth. Indeed, both of his legs have been replaced with these artificial arms that appear remarkably flexible. Name's Gristler. Bloom Guide, Explorer and Scout, 3 times eaten by the Bloom and still intact. Well, mostly. He gives you a lopsided grin. I saw you walk out at the trade post. Can't say I was expecting that. And I've been around the Bloom longer than most. The grin disappears and he lowers his voice. You spoke to her, didn't you? To the Bloom, I mean. And she listened. It wasn't speech exactly. Of course not. She don't talk the way we do. But she has ways to make herself heard. All that whispery, chittery stuff makes a certain kind of sense if you listen long enough. And maybe you've got ways to talk back to her. But I ain't trying to pry. All I'm saying is I'd be careful about using that kind of power if I was you. The folks in charge might mistake you for a threat. Happens a lot around here. Now, what can I do for you? I know all about the Bloom and the Moors. Hold on. I can show him the trans-dimensional scalpel. But I'm not sure if I necessarily want to. But hey, why not? It's the most interesting. Can't you hear how... get rid of it. Can't you hear how much she hates it? You don't actually hear anything, but you assume he must be referring to the voices of the Bloom, or he's completely insane. I've heard of a weapon like that. Stories mostly. It's been around the Bloom for a long time. That knife can cut open her maws if you fix it up right. She don't like it, and she's no friend to one who wields it. Ah. Sorry, Makina. We seem to have given you a weapon that might get you killed. Again. I mean, at least you're immortal, I guess. But anyway, first things first. First thing is first. We need to go and rest and regain our health and the points that we've lost so that we can continue. So we're going to do that first. Come in, go talk to Spec. Hi. Met a man outside. He claims to be the former Memavira. So he was, the man who enjoyed holding lives at his mercy, pronouncing judgment from his throne. The whole Bloom was his palace, the seed of a kingdom he would build for such was his ambition, and the Bloom loved him for it. Such power it gave him. What sort of power? Every Memavira can open a Moor at a touch, but not all can summon Moors to their side. Fewer still can call them outside the fleshy walls of the Bloom as he could. Okay. That's fine. I actually just wanted to rest, please. May I sleep here? Just give her the money, we've got enough.
I can stand a little more of that.
Ah, all the health and healing and stuff. Excellent. Right, let's crack on. Okay, so we want to head... Not sure. I mean, in theory, Dracogen is back this way, so we'll head back this way. Along with everybody else. You know, as far as I'm aware, everybody should be back in this direction. So, that we need to hand into, because we've got to hand into Brusker, the guard, We got to hand into Dracogen on like inquire about one thing and like hand over another thing. We've got to do. We got to go talk to Kian and tell her that the people that were messing with her have been dealt with. Pretty sure there's some other stuff as well.
Yes, Eratus? I was just thinking how
Let's
wonderful.
go talk to Brisker first. Just because that'll be simple. Hi, we did it. I found 2 men alive in the old slave block and you're patrolling Little Nilesh. They're alright. So it was you, yes. You matched their description. I'm in your debt, it appears. Take this. It's not much, but it's what I can give. I guess with those headaches out the way, I can focus on more important matters now. Important to some, anyway. The Memavira is so afraid of her own skin that she's willing to let men die just to keep me close. You said you had other matters? Well, it's not really your business, but then neither were the patrols. And I owe you that much. The Memavira, you've probably heard she doesn't leave the fortress anymore. Well, that's because of the way the Bloom's been acting lately. And I think I know the Bloom's what the Bloom's behaviour means. She should leave is what it means, but she's too damn proud for that. The Memavira doesn't ever leave her fortress? Never, not for months. She's afraid of the Bloom and what it might do to her. She thinks the closing and shifting of moors is a message, a warning. Oh, sorry. What does the Bloom's behaviour mean? Do you know how the Memavira came to power? They say the Bloom helped her and that it turned against the old Memavira and destroyed him. I was a kid, just a green mercenary at the time, but I remember the way the Bloom changed. The old Memavira could, well, not control the Bloom. I don't think anyone can do that, but sort of coax the Bloom to do what he wanted. Then, one day, the Bloom just stopped responding. Moors closed or reopened in horrible places, and a few weeks later, the old Memavira was gone. The Memavira sees the similarities too, and doesn't want that to happen to her. So she's shutting the Bloom out. She doesn't know what to do. I'm worried there's nothing she can do, and what'll happen to the rest of us then. Okay. I need to see her. Nobody sees the Memavira, not unless you've got permission from someone who matters. You understand? I need to see her. If it was up to me, I'd let you inside. You've earned it. But I've got orders to keep everybody out. The Memavira doesn't listen to me like she used to. Okay. Then we should probably go and find Dracogen. Who, yeah, he's back down here now. Where's Kian? There's Kian. Let's go and talk to her first if she's on the way down. And then we can go and interrogate Dracogen about the Cortex. Whatever else. Delny won't be bothering you anymore, and Vrung is gone for good, I hope.
I'll remember that.
Heat Cup. How lovely. Well, I certainly hope you're right. Regardless, you have done more than I ever could, and you have my gratitude. Please accept this in thanks. If Vrung is truly gone, I can afford a little excess. Also, you may feel free to sleep here anytime, no charge. Oh, awesome. That's so much more useful. I wonder what he could have done to Vrung. Hope he remains amiable towards me. Sure. Look at her closely. Okay. I don't entirely know how we sleep here, but apparently we can. So, we don't need to at the moment. So let's go and talk to Dracogen first. Sup, buddy? Are you still interested in exploring the Bloom, my friend? Word has reached these humble ears of a new moor opening near the court of Garkoto in Little Nilesh. If it leads to the place I recall, which I thought long ago, it may contain devices of great value indeed. If I did not have pressing business here, I should explore it myself, but I forget myself. What can I help you with today? The air around you is different, Castoff. You bear the amulet. Give it to me and we shall consider our agreement concluded. I've heard you sort the navigational cortex of the Lascars. Would you accept it in place of the amulet? No, he can just have the amulet. Can you feel the power of this thing? It twists and curls and snares the secret places of the world. This will do nicely. Oh, yes. This concludes your part of the transaction. Let me honor mine. Come with me. Okay. We will slowly walk away. I guess if we had gone, would you accept it in its stead, then we would go raid the ship and then come back. But I don't... You'll die in short order. Okay, fine. I don't intend to pull weapons on anybody. Memavira is a medium-sized woman, regal in bearing. She scrutinizes you with a look that manages to convey both admiration and disdain. Her eyes cut to Matkina. A slight tightening around the eyes suggests a wariness toward Matkina. So he escaped Miela Vest. A shame he chose to come here. I didn't really choose, to be fair. I jumped through the only way out and got sucked here. Slight difference. Dracogen was effusive in his praise of your skills, or for your skills. I've been following your movements myself. You moved the trade post out of the depths. There are very, very few people who could manage such a feat. The way she looks at you and holds herself suggests that she might be wary or even slightly afraid of said accomplishment. The bloom has surely turned against me if he can do what I could not. I've dealt with Castoffs before, of course. I found your kind to be tenacious, resourceful and skilled, and I know the one you are looking for. I can tell you where she is hiding. It is where you hid, Your Honor. Your loyalty. Is it where you hid? Sorry. So high and mighty for one who has betrayed everyone she's ever worked for. You have no idea how deep my betrayal goes, Kina. Okay. What's she talking about? My betrayals are nothing compared to hers. Okay. Watch that one, Castoff. Her blades are always hungry. Anyway, you came here for another purpose. You need my help to find the first of your kind. The first is alive, then. Dracogen told you otherwise, didn't he? He knows far more than he lets on. He also knows better than to give away my bargaining chips. Your information is correct. The first is alive, but like Dracogen, I'm not inclined to giving away secrets for free. I understand she's been hidden from your kind for over a century. I've no qualms about betraying her, but the cost will be steep. I've lost someone, an important member of my organisation. You've no doubt heard of the recent changes in the Bloom. Perhaps you have even heard the rumour that it has turned against me. To some extent, that is true. Ishin is a victim of that betrayal. Ishin was my best scholar, a genius with the Numenera. Though through my own means, I've divined that he still lives, but I cannot reach him. The Bloom has taken Ishin to its heart. I have lost more men than I care to think about whilst trying to recover him. As a Castoff, however, you have certain advantages my minions do not. First off, calling people that you're employing minions might not be the best way to get the best out of those people. Just saying. With the recent fluctuations in the Bloom's layout, I no longer know the path to reach the heart. I suggest you talk to someone who knows the Bloom well if you cannot discover the way yourself. I can no longer afford to send anyone who is not otherwise expendable. Well, gee, thanks. If the first is powerful, if you tell me where she is, I'm sure together we can rescue Ishin more easily. Oh, she is powerful. Of that I have no doubt. Or I should have no doubt, apparently, if I could read. And I am sure she will not be as helpful as you think. Okay. I do apologise if I gave you the impression that this was a discussion. Alright, fine. Anything in here that I can potentially steal in the future? No? Okay. How long have we been going? 35 minutes. Calastige leveled up again.
Yes, child.
I leveled up again. Really? Wow, these levels, they're just flying in. Tier 4, doing well. Concentration increase. When an enemy makes a melee attack against you, they are shoved back. Whenever, like every time. I'm taking that. Right, what a resourceful. Gain extra cipher usage, data sphere link, entropic field, plague spirits, maelstrom. Deal all of the damage for 12 damage. Even on a miss, deal 1 damage per level of effort applied. Okay. That's kind of powerful. Animate balefire. Summon a construct. Mind control. On hit, confers controlled. Forces the target to fight on your side. Incite action. Target an ally. Okay. Energize. Adaptation. Extra protection. So I think I'm tempted by the data sphere link here. Oh, we can pick 2 anyway. So that's. Should we take mouse? I think we'll take Mail. I'll take those 2. We're getting a lot of stuff. I'm liking this, and we're already a good amount of the way into the next thing. Okay. Skill or ability? We'll take an ability, shall we? Select an ability to improve. We've been using Flash a lot, so we'll improve that. Okay. Right. Okay, let's take a look at what we got now. So, Tibir to Dracogen, yeah. Ask about his efforts to acquire it. So we can still go and ask about that. Fine. Let's go and talk to Dracogen about the Cortex. Because there might, if there's more stuff to do there, then we may as well go and do it, right? No, I wanted to talk to him, not just run into a wall. There we go. One of my companions is infested by demons of some kind. Can anyone in this place help him?
Journal.
Demons. One of the doctors will be able to assist you. Okay, fine. I've heard the Cortex. The agents I employed previously were not up to the task. This was an occasion of great surprise to me. They were tough, capable explorers, and I thought them more than sufficient to the job. If you gain access to the anchorage and the Cortex, I suggest that you employ guile before violence. I would hate to see you fail as they did. Okay. So I just want to talk to him again, just see if he's got anything else to say. Nope. Okay.
I am the very soul of action.
Yeah, of course you are, Eratis. That's absolutely fine. Right, so the person we probably need to talk to now is that Gristler guy that was hanging around. Because if he knows the ways, like, in and out of the bloom, then that's the person that'll probably take us down to the heart. Give us a clue as to how to get down there.
I'm ready.
I mean, especially considering we don't have the amulet anymore, so we can't, like, summon the Moors and whatever else just by ourselves. Yep, I'm still here. Something you need? Do you know how to reach the heart of the bloom? Folks say there's a Moor that'll take you to the heart. If the stories are true, you can only see it if it wants you to. Never been there myself, but when I need something from the bloom, I go to the place where she's most likely to hear me. The Shrine of Chilla the Great. Maybe somebody there can set you right. Thanks. Okay, in which case we can just...
I'm there.
We've already got a reasonable relationship with the people here. Oh, actually, you guys are... You guys are traders, right? Can I... Let me see your wares. What's this? Bloomflesh armor. Medium armor artifact. Static paralyzer. Or ecstasy paralyzer. Okay, well, I want to sell some stuff. So we got these mere casters. You can go. You can go. We're just going to sell. You're an artifact that needs finishing off, so we'll leave you. Your health, that's fine. You're an oddity. You're a weapon that no one's going to use. Oh yes, a single sigh. Fibrous bar artifact. We'll keep that for the moment. It's an oddity that we've already used. It's also an oddity that we've already used. Oh yeah, we've got the other we've got so many Merecasters that we've just not used yet. We'll get into those. We will. Compass of the Navigator. You can take the Battle Axe. We'll keep the healing. You can take the Slug Spitter. Gloves of the Forgotten Gardener. Okay. You can take the Heavy Crossbow. Nobody wants that. You can take these. The Murder Gauntlet. Take that. And then this was an oddity as well, right? There we go. So 6,000 chins now. It's not bad. Not doing badly on the shins front. Right, so let's...
Ready.
If we ever get out of this place and get back to the Valley of Dead Heroes, I might be able to go back and get that as Exuvia, or whatever it was called. The armor that I had, then sold back because I'm a moron. Why am I over here? All of a sudden. Right, well, let's talk to the Observant Spec, see if she knows the way. You've been talking to the Memavira. She sent you to claim something from the heart, hasn't she? Or rather, someone. Too frightened to go herself, and she knows what will happen if she does. The cycles continue. Cycles. Okay. What will happen? The bloom will eat her, body and soul. It doesn't matter how long she puts it off. The bloom will have her in the end. The only question is who it will find to take her place. But you want to reach the heart, and I can help you. Thank you, Spec. One gets to the heart the same way one gets anywhere in the bloom. A more will take you, and the more you want is just over there. That one. I guess that's what it means. Okay. Sometimes the bloom hides things from us. Its whispers distract our attention. Our senses perceive what's there, but our minds don't. Fair enough. That moor's been here all along. So it has, but only my eyes could see. Even now, the others are blissfully unaware. Some of them catch a glimpse now and then, but the whispers make them forget. Where does it lead? Exactly where you want to go, to the heart, to the source of all the whispers. What does it eat? Predators, but only those who are feared above all others. A person, a creature, a moor doesn't care. Getting them into the moor, that's the hard part. I think I'll take a look at the moor. If this wants a predator, then it's found one. By that, I mean me. He turns to you. Will it eat me? Please let it eat me. What? But it might kill you. But it might not. Anyway, now that it's seen me, I'm sure it won't be satisfied with anyone else. Ooh, we could just cut open the moor. Observe the behaviour of the bloom tongues. Watch the tendrils, paying close attention. 2 or 3 of the tongues seem interested in Calastige, stretching themselves in her direction. Some of her echoes observe the tongues with interest, while others seem fearful of them. Several of the tongues are fixated upon Matkina, tracking her movements like hounds on a scent. When she notices this, she starts pacing back and forth, but the tongues continue to follow her. Hurry it up. Makina, the Moor seems to regard you as a predator. That's good. I regard myself as a predator too. You know what predators don't do? They don't offer themselves as prey. Find yourself another victim. If you want to make a name for yourself, you must take risks. Do this, and who will dare cross you? Oh, come on, sis. Are you really trying to manipulate me into risking my very existence to your quest? Really? I thought you were a cut from different cloth. Bastard, I swear our sire leaves more though. Okay, fine, we'll just cut it open. No, if you cut the bloom, especially here at this moor, things will go hard for you in the depths. Alright. Predator. Do you know what? I'm just going to throw myself in. Tentative step towards the moor, but its tongues make no move in your direction. Okay. Fair enough. Are you willing to feed it? Perhaps. The notion is of existing inside a moor as it peels open a pathway to another world would be fascinating. Convince me. You're a scientist and an explorer. You have travelled far through reality. You want to understand the bloom. Let's make it a trade. Do this for me and I will owe you a significant favour. Wink wink. You've constructed a number of ingenious devices. One of them is the psychic space in your head. I want your promise that you will allow me access to that place. I believe that it might hold a key to the final vexing question in my life. I want your word that you will give me access when I request it, and I want your aid once inside. I mean, of everybody, I think she's the person that I would be most happy going inside my head in this particular situation. You won't regret this, child. Hope I won't, and I'm fairly certain I won't because I like you, Castoff. We differ in no great regard, Bloom. Choose one or choose none. I am losing patience. A cluster of tongues strike at one of the more insubstantial Castoffs, one of her sisters almost removed from this reality, and pulls her shrieking form into the Moor's grasp. The remaining echoes stagger as if struck and fade momentarily. The Moor's tongues hold the echo close, and the tendrils of energy float around her. Their touch seems to make her more substantial. I can feel her still. We are of one mind. She stiffens suddenly as if someone has run a current through her echo, and her voice is strained and hurting. The bloom is taking our memories, my first vivisection, the knowledge of atrocities carried from other realities once we donned the attractor. The traps we laid for our traitor echoes, the mechanical grafts on the orphan children, no cost too great to bear, but in such profusion, gods, what did I do for power? Memories not important now. Observe the Moor opening. Apogee and gravitic force. Quantum tunneling bridges space. Bloom tongues absorb psychic energies, power spanning threads, and the Moor opens. Thank you, Castoff. Love you to bits. Right, let's
now
hop on through then. This doesn't look like a heart. I mean, that could be a heart, I guess, but... Oh. Predatory echoes. Venetian. How long have we been going? We've been going 49 minutes. Do you know what? I think we're going to leave it here and we'll explore the Bloom's Heart in the next... God, that's a creepy looking thing. But we'll explore the rest of the Bloom's Heart in the next one. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Thank you very much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, then please drop us a like, share this video, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you in the video tomorrow. Take care.